Welcome to Season 2 of DeerTech TV. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at a few products. One is Scent Thief, which uses essential oils to eliminate a deer's ability to smell. Record Rack Golden Nuggets, a great product if you're looking to feed your whitetails a high protein source. And the third one is Illuma, which is my favorite trailer. And at the end of the show, you're going to see me hunt with my son Tinsay. It's a hunt you're not going to want to miss, although I kind of did, and you're going to see how.
This isn't just another 30-minute commercial. This is the people behind the products, the innovators, the engineers, the entrepreneurs.
Scent Thief, Mr. Russell.
This is DeerTech TV. We're all consumers here, and that means that at some point we were all guilty of buying a product, not learning how to properly use it, and then getting mad when it didn't work the way we wanted it to. I mean, come on, we're deer hunters. We don't need instructions, right? Well, in that case, we'll just consider the next couple of minutes of TV here our little secret.
Hello, I'm Russell Epperson, the inventor of Scent Thief, and what I'd like to talk to you today about is the proper way that we use, as Scent Thief uses the product. It's very critical that this evaporation releases from the product. So you're the wick, your backpack's the wick. So when I get from the pickup, when we come from the pickup, we simply spray down. You don't have to soak yourself, but you want to cover yourself completely. Your hat, anything at all that's going to retain Scent Thief, your backpack for sure. And it's very critical because as this stuff evaporates, that's what allows the product to work. So every hour and a half or so when you're sitting there, go ahead and just retouch up your backpack or your clothes. And like I said, you don't really have to soak it. You just want that Scent Thief smell there. And a lot of times I'll pump it in the air, I'll turn it on stream, and I'll spray in and around the stand as well. As it's evaporating and going into your scent cone, as they put that into your epithelium, it relaxes that epithelium. It relaxes, it makes that nerve numb. And so that's what eliminates their ability to smell any odors.
Scent Thief is equipped with a unique and relaxing scent that everyone's brain interprets just a little bit differently. But why would a scent product designed to steal scent have a scent itself? That's a good question. Russell?
It has a smell because in order to sell the product, it had to have a smell or an odor that is recognizable by the drug dog. But when we were doing the studies, it actually helped me. It actually relaxes that animal. So it was a benefit for Scent Thief, and it had no effect whatsoever of the elements that create why it relaxes the epithelium. So it's very important. It does have a smell. The smell's in there for a reason. It's because of the drug dogs. If it didn't have a smell, then we wouldn't be able to sell that in the United States. It is very, very effective. Another thing that there's sometimes that it's less effective. If it's raining, it's going to wash the product away. It's just going to dissipate. It's going to wash that away. It's going to be less effective. But what we did was we created a wafer that is an oil base, so the evaporation is going to be much slower. So that it's kind of helping a little bit more of that rain, that soaking, that washing away of Scent Thief, where the wick is going to retain it, repel the water, so that no-smell technology is still going to be built into that wick, and it's still going to be wicking. If it's very hot and dry, and it's blowing 80 degrees, 75 degrees, and it's blowing a lot, it's going to dissipate that rather quickly on your clothing. That's another reason why we came up with the wafer, to help retain that no-smell technology in and around the area that you are in. So that's also why it's very critical to reapply the product. That seems to be one of the biggest questions that we're having with our customers. I answer a lot of phone calls in a day, and the number one thing is we just haven't reapplied enough. So if you do see that animal, and this is real important, and that animal starts coming in and they get a little bit nervous, or they just simply back out of that thing and walk away, then you know, hey, I need to reapply Scent Thief. I just ain't quite got enough in there. They're getting a little bit of something, but it ain't enough to relax them, and it's not enough to bring that nervousness out of that animal. Get some more of that Scent Thief in the air. Spray down again, and you'll see a whole different animal after that.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Don't go away. Up next, we'll be striking gold with Record Rack Golden Deer Nuggets. And later, Brad takes a shot at being behind the camera for his youngest son, Tinsei. You're watching DeerTech TV. DeerTech TV is brought to you by Scent Thief, Steal the Hunt. Record Rack, Serious Nutrition. Browning Trail Cameras, the best there is. Maverick Blinds, a lifetime of hunting. Tinks, America's #1 buck lure. And by Sportsman's Guide Buyers Club. Outfit your passion and save at www.sportsmansguide.com. For over 25 years, QAD has set the bar in aero rest technology. Made in the USA and built with a lifetime warranty, the Ultra Rest gives you flawless operation guaranteed every time. When you pair the Ultra Rest with QAD's Exodus broadheads that feature top-of-the-market penetration and consistency, then you'll be crushing bones, not blades. You're watching DeerTech TV.
Hi, I'm Brad Rux from DeerTech. Today we're taking a look at a product that is like striking gold. A lot of hunters feed whitetails corn. You know, one thing, it's really cheap. Two, it's easily accessible. And three, deer love it. But really, it doesn't do a lot for the deer. So if you're looking for an alternative, golden nuggets from Record Rack. This thing is amazing. So it's literally high in protein. It's got 13% protein. It's got fat in it. Fat's what gives the animal energy. They love the flavor. The other thing is it's in a small container. It's hardened, so the moisture really doesn't affect it much. So if you pour it on the ground, it'll probably last longer in corn, but you can also put it in a spin cast feeder. So therefore, you never have to worry about your spin cast feeders clogging up. As you guys know, whitetails can find any food source relatively quickly. This has a really unique aroma that's going to really disperse well into the wildlife, into the foliage. They're going to find this much quicker. So if you're a guy, if you're just trying to bait in a whitetail, you know, you can definitely use this because they're going to like it. They're going to come into it. If you want to feed them, or if you want to establish a new feeding location, this would be another perfect product because they're going to be able to smell that. Once they come to it, they'll fall in love with it, and then they're just going to continue to hit that spot and come back over and over again. So if you're wondering about timing, when's it important for a whitetail? You know, the crucial times of year, especially when they want protein, is antler development. You know, so that's in the spring, but it's actually effective in the late winters as well, in your February, March, because that's when the deer is trying to build up that body mass. And if you're just feeding them carbs, the regular straight corn, all they're really getting out of that is the energy. So yeah, you'll see them, they'll come to the feeder, they're getting the energy, but it's really not doing anything. And that's where the protein in a product like this really helps that antler development. It's gonna build body mass for that whitetail, so when they do start growing, when the velvet starts growing, they're gonna be in much better shape. So you're probably gonna end up with a much larger rack. If you're trying to do your own deer survey, find out how many bucks are in your area, how many does are in your area, this is a perfect product. Team it up with a feeder. Browning has a great feeder, Browning trail camera. Dump both of them out, Keep that thing going for a month. All the whitetails are going to find it relatively quickly because the scent of this is going to get through the woods and they're going to come to that spot. And now you have the trail camera monitoring them. You literally have the timer. You can set up the trail camera and feeder any which way you want it. So if you want to pattern that whitetail, get them only coming in a little bit later after morning, you're setting up your feeder to go off once it's daylight, or give yourself another half an hour to slip in. Everything's patterned. They got that internal clock, tells them what time it is. They're going to check the feeders off. Again, it's a great way to pattern any kind of animal that you have on your little land behind your house. You know, it's great for wildlife viewing. Check it out, Golden Deer Nuggets from Record Rack. You won't be disappointed.
Up next, Brad walks us through an incredibly lightweight and convenient aluminum utility trailer by Illuma. Don't go away. You're watching DeerTech TV. Whether we're hauling a UTV or ATV to public land, or driving around the neighborhood to show off our latest hunting success, as hunters, we're always on the lookout for a special utility trailer. Illuma Trailers is based out of Bancroft, Iowa, and has been around since 1992. Right in America's heartland, they build over 300 trailers every week and ship to all 50 states. Backed by one of the best warranties in the industry, Illuma ensures that they are indeed a force to be reckoned with. This year, Brad got his hands on his own Illuma, and he can't wait to tell you all about it. Take it away, Brad.
Hey guys, today I want to tell you about the Illuma 7712, which is a utility trailer. It's good for everything, and what I love as a sportsman, what I really like about it, first off, it is total aluminum. Aluminum planking, aluminum wheel wells, and what that does is it makes it super light. This one I can literally, if it's not loaded, I can pick it up and pull it across the yard anywhere I want. So it makes hookup a breeze in those tight areas. The other thing that I really like about it is it comes standard with the little side rails. And you know, I know a lot of trailers don't have rails. I like it because you can pull all the way up to the front. Just gives you that little bit of extra stability. It's great for ratchet straps. This one comes standard with the hooks, the tow hooks are welded on, 2 per side. So it makes when you're strapping down your product, whatever it is, you can easily strap that down. Now, some of you guys want big side rails, right? Well, this trailer is capable of doing that too. On each side, so you got 2, one in the front, one in the back, are the areas where you can slip in a 2x4. Screw it in, take it tight, put your rails up. Now I got basically a semi-enclosed trailer that you can carry a lot of lighter stuff. I know a lot of guys do that when they're hauling brush or other things. And the beauty of this is it's totally removable. So if you want to do that once in a while when you're taking that big fluffy stuff and hauling it around, you know, this trailer does it. This has the hinging tailgate, which I absolutely love. A lot of trailers, if you watch them, the guy will be driving down the road and his tailgate's this high. So what's that gonna do? It causes a lot of wind resistance. This one doesn't have that because it's foldable. So when it's in the upright position and it's locked down, it's barely dragging any kind of wind. When you get to the spot where you're at, all you gotta do is fold it down. Again, it's all aluminum, super lightweight, boom, heavy duty. You don't have to worry about it bending. This thing is a beast when it comes to ability to hold large loads. I absolutely love the Illuma trailer. Check it out for yourself. These things are the bomb, and as a sportsman, you cannot get a better trailer than this. Normally we tag out early. We have some early season food plots, especially opening day, that are just spectacular, and this year was no different. Only he was picky. I mean, literally, he was letting some bucks go that normally we would shoot. One was a beautiful 3-year-old, and it was kind of funny because at the end of the hunt, he looked at me and he goes, "Dad, I think we made a mistake." And I corrected him. I was like, "We didn't make a mistake. I told you that one was a shooter. You let him go." And we hunted our butts off for the rest of the season.
DeerTech TV is brought to you by Browning Firearms, the best there is. Whitetail Institute, research equals results. Outdoor Edges game processing sets to do it yourself and save. Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow. ScentLock, proven deadly. And by Quiet Cat, the most capable hunting e-bike on the planet, where the road ends, the adventure begins. This segment of DeerTech TV is brought to you by Outdoor Edge. There's never a dull moment with their razor-sharp replaceable blade knives. When Brad isn't in the studio reviewing the latest gadgets and gear, he spends his time with his wife and 5 children. This year, Brad decided to try and film his youngest son, Tinsay, during what proved to be a very long deer season. Let's see how it went.
I absolutely love hunting with my kids during the bow season, and it's one of my passions. So, we manage a pretty good sized farm. It's almost 300 acres in total. We have food plots, we got box blinds in all the right spots, and it is just a joy to hunt with my kids, especially my younger one. Normally we tag out early. We have some early season food plots, especially opening day, that are just spectacular, and this year was no different. Only he was picky. I mean, literally, he was letting some bucks go that normally we would shoot. One was a beautiful 3-year-old, and it was kind of funny because at the end of the hunt that night, they're sparring out there, and he looked at me and he goes, "Dad, I think we made a mistake." And I corrected him. I was like, "We didn't make a mistake. I told you that one was a shooter. You let him go." And we hunted our butts off for the rest of the season. I want to say it was November 7th. Did I have high hopes for the night? No, but it's during the rut, anything can happen, right? Probably half an hour before dark, out he pops out, he's following a doe. He just stopped and he just started eating. I mean, he just camped out, and once in a while he'd look at the does, so I still thought there was a chance. And probably with under 2 minutes of light, he snaps up his head and starts going the opposite way that I expected. So now we have to rapidly try to change. I was running the camera before that, and I said, screw the camera, I'm turning into dad mode. Because basically when you have a mature deer, you have 2 choices in this situation. You try to harvest it and just forget about running camera because I'm using an unexperienced hunter, or I try to get the footage and probably the deer escapes. Right there. He shoots it with a crossbow. Thought I heard a loud crack, and I'm giving him knuckles, and we're both all excited because it's a great mature deer. So now we're gonna wait till it's pitch black because I wanted to make sure 2 things. 1, that if he did miss, I didn't want to spook that deer. 2, if we did hit it, I wanted to make sure it was far enough away so that we could track. So I got down and Tim's still in the box blind, and I go right where he shot the deer, and I hit it with a flashlight, and literally there's just a wall of blood. Stay in the blood, Tim. That's where I heard him, somewhere up there. That's where I heard him crack. Keep going. Stay right on his blood. Where'd he go? What you got there, Fred? Oh, he's a beauty, Tin. Give me something. What do you think?
Nice.
That's all you can say is nice? Oh, he's got good mass too. Well, I don't know what you guys could see or didn't see, but we had great footage of him coming in. But Tim was kind of hogging the whole window, and I was more worried with a 13-year-old trying to stop the deer in a spot where he could shoot it than really film it. So I really don't know if I got the kill shot in there or not, but proof is in the pudding here, and he put on a show. He came out on that pond bank, running does up and down, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he stopped, he worked a scrape before he came in. I don't even recognize this deer, Tim. Sweet. Congrats, bud.
Yes.
Way to go.
Thanks.
Give me an X. Well, now we just got to get him out of here. Woo. The next morning we load the buck up in the Luma because we want to show some of our friends and family members. Because that's a special moment. As a youth, I remember some of my most fond memories were sharing our harvest with family members. And we went to my sister's house, went to several other houses to show off the deer. And the rest is history. I mean, a great buck, 4-year-old, what more could you expect? I wish I would have got footage, but what I got is the best you're gonna get this year. Hopefully, 2021 here, I'll do a better job. I'll turn into a cameraman rather than a dad.
That's okay, Brad. Being a dad's not so bad. Well, that's all for this week, everybody. Be sure to tune in next week to DeerTech TV.
Set thief, Mr. Russell.